lately, and not just lately, but recent, a while back, there are a lot of men who are now staying home and allowing their wives, the mother to their children, to go to work, and the men are staying home and saying that they're house dad or something. It is probably the most disgusting thing I ever heard or seen, but I understand that it's happening because human beings are lost their way. And I never imagined for a day, for a time, for a minute that a man would allow a woman to convince him for any reason, unless he like totally crippled, cannot walk, cannot move, to stay home and pretending to be a house dad. Really. Talking about breaking the spiritual order of God in Christ, Christ and man, man over woman, that is it. It's getting worse, folks. And so I've been counseling with a lot of men that are in this situation, and I've not counseled with one man yet. That doesn't mean it's not out there that has said that it's a pretty situation. Every man that I've counseled with in this situation have talked about how bad it is. They're unhappy. And even the woman is really unhappy, but her ego won't let her stop, and the men are too weak to make her stay home. But of lately, and I don't know why this did not occur to me, but it didn't. I guess because no one has really taken that far and explained to me what was going on. And what I'm finding out is that a lot of men, not just one or two or three, and I've talked to several men like this recently, a lot of these men are staying home and pretending to be house dad or stay-at-home parent and all that crap, which is totally out of order. And it never going to work. But they're doing it. But what I didn't know, and hadn't occurred to me, that there are men who are literally staying home and pretending to be the housewife 5 years, 10 years, and sometimes even more. And the woman is going to work. And the woman going to work, according to everyone I've talked to, is making her bitter and nasty and revengeful and evil to the core. She hates the man that gives into staying home and letting her go to work. She hates it so bad that she cannot give it up. Isn't that amazing? And he's too weak because every year he gets weaker and weaker. He can't make her stop. He's in a situation where he believes he can't even get out of. And it's pitiful, folks. To hear these stories are absolutely pitiful. I had no idea it was this bad. I'm not making this up. I had no idea it was this bad. Because I hadn't realized that men stay home for years. I thought it was just a fly-by-night kind of thing, and they realize it's not going to work, and they change it. But that's not true. I've been talking to and counseling with men who have stayed home for years, and while being home, some women have bought homes. Some women have put the homes in some of the children's name or her mother's name, and not even put the father's name on the home thing at all as ownership of the home, part ownership. Some women have taken the money that she makes, put it in the bank, and keep the man far away from it. He can't even get money from the bank. His name is not on it. She would put her mother's name on it before she put his name on it. And so years go by, and sometimes, in some cases, this woman owned one or two homes, right? And the man has nothing. And then time goes by, and it's time for a breakup, because all these relationships tend to break up at some point. The man has nothing, zero. He doesn't have a job. He doesn't own property. His name is not on the bank account or anything. And when the woman goes to court, her first thing is to make, and not only that, she's turned the children away from him, in spite of him being home to raise them. She tells the court how bad he is and falsely accuse him, and he still loses his children. And the man ended up crying. He ended up crying in a bad situation. And so they're like, Jesse, what should I do? And I tell them this. Now, do what you want, but here's what I highly recommend, but it's always on you to do what you want. If you're in that situation, you stay at home to be a house dad, beta, and you're in a situation where she built all this stuff and kept your name off it, and now she want to leave you and you have nothing, take her to court. And in the same way that women uses the system to take the man money, to take his house, to take everything, you do the same thing. You insist on spousal support, in this case, husband support. You want money for your children. You want money for you. You want, if they force her to sell the house, you want part of the home, but you definitely want your name on the house. You have part owner of the house, or she has to sell the house and give you money from the house. All right? Take her mama off it and put your name on it. I'm encouraging you guys, and then to file for your children. When you file for a divorce, file for your children. And use the system in the same way the woman would use the system against you. One guy said to me, but won't I be a beta if I did that? I'm like, you're already a beta. What the? So you might well be a beta that she's taking care of now that she wanted to divorce you. She refused to put your name on anything so you can get back on your feet. So guys, do what you want. First of all, you should not be a house mom or dad or whatever you want to call it. It's a beta thing. It's not what men were created to do. Men were not created to follow. They were created to lead, right? So you never should follow a woman. Every time you listen to the woman, you're going to suffer. And because you listen to the woman, she makes you stay home, you're suffering. So go to court when they want a divorce or whatever. Ask for spousal support. That's what they ask for, and that's what the court gives them. Ask for support for the children. Ask for everything that you all have acquired during the marriage. Ask for half of that, all right? Use the court against the woman in the same way they use it against you. Just don't be angry. And don't be worried about being a beta. You're already a beta, so you might as well be a beta all the way. And then get back on your feet. Eventually get on your feet. But don't let her make you stay home for 10, 15, 5, 10, 15, 20 years. And then she want to leave and take everything. And anyway, if a woman is not putting your name on the house, you're staying home being a beta, and she's not putting your name on the house with her name, that should make you suspicious anyway. Why would you stay in a situation like that? But it is bad, folks. I had no idea the suffering that these men are going through as a result of staying home and calling themselves a house dad. Who told you that was okay to do that? And these guys are miserable. And the woman is miserable too because she hates this weak man who agrees to stay home and let her go to work. She hates him. And these women treat these kind of men like donkey dong. They treat them bad because they hate them. They hate them. So yes, men, you can go to court and use the system against the woman in the same way she'll use it against you. Just don't be angry. And another thing, my producer gave me this in dealing with this. I had no idea that according to CBS News, this report is from CBS News, nearly 1 in 5 stay-at-home parents are now quote-unquote dads. According to new data from the Pew Research Center, the group found 18% of stay-at-home parents were fathers in 2021, up from 11% in 1989. Watch this from CBS.
Well, this is a fascinating story that Errol and I have been discussing all morning. New data shows that nearly 1 in 5 stay-at-home parents are dads.
Are you surprised? Do you expect that result? Well, Pew Research Survey analysis says in 2021, 18% of at-home parents were fathers, which is up 11%
from back in
since 1989. Meanwhile, the overall rate of parents who don't work has been steady. In 1989, 17% of parents didn't work, while in 2021, that was 18%.
So fascinating how it hasn't changed how many parents are staying at home, but the division of labor has changed.
Isn't that like amazing? It's like some things as a man and as a woman, you don't need others to tell you. It's like it's in you. It's built in you to know. What happened to that? It's built in you guys to know you're not supposed to stay home unless it's an extreme, unusual situation. You can't walk, you're sick, you can't move, you got no other choice, right? But it's built in you to sweat by your brow as a result of listening to the woman. You got to go to work and rejecting the father, turning away from the father. And women got to stay home and suffer in childbearing. She got to have pain at home making the babies. I don't know how you convince yourself that you should stay home or let a woman or anybody convince you as a man, a male, that you stay home and let the woman go to work. And then you see how much she hates you for it and you still stay. I want to give you a quick example of a so-called stay-at-home dad. Here's a clip of a stay-at-home dad daily routine from TikTok.
Howdy. Welcome back to my morning routine as a stay-at-home dad. It's a wonderful Monday morning, and it's also MLK Day, so I know some people have the day off, but hey, as a stay-at-home dad, my job never stops. So I get the day rolling with our normal routine, but today the kids weren't interested in listening to Tony's. Instead, they just wanted to play with some of their animal toys. It was time to feed Belle, and then we decided what was for breakfast. So we got it rolling, and we threw in some turkey bacon, some eggs, scrambled those bad boys up. It always feels good to kickstart the week on a good note, and I love our Monday mornings together. So I got both of them dressed. Then it was my turn to tackle Charlie's hair since Mom was still getting ready for the day.
No.
Can I just do half up, half down? Or do you want me to try and do a braid?
A braid.
You want me to try and do a braid? Okay.
You know how to do a braid.
I know how to do a braid.
You got it?
What do you think? Want to see the braid? Boom! I'm strong! Braid! She was so cute this morning, I didn't even have to start her affirmations. She decided to hop up on the sink and just start screaming them at the mirror. She is definitely her mama's daughter. She's so confident, and I love it. I love seeing how much she's just like her mama.
So what's the difference in that and a transgender? What's the difference? Affirmation. What the? I'm blown away. Look, he's so proud of it. And I promise you, his wife hates him. Women hate weak men. I don't care what you say. Women hate needy, catering, weak men. They hate them. So not only are you miserable staying home pretending to be the wife and the mother, the wife is resenting you that you're allowing that to happen. That you're allowing it to happen. And so there's nothing but chaos. That doesn't even look right there. Because it's not normal. I had no idea. I knew there were men that were calling themselves that and doing it, but I didn't know it was this bad. Here's how the rest of this guy's day went from TikTok.
Drop some coffee. It was time to head outside and do a little walk around the neighborhood. Then we headed home to play around in the front yard for a little bit. Then it was time to head inside and finish up a little bit more chores before Clay goes down for his nap. And let me tell you, this little man can help so much. He catches on to everything right now and just wants to do exactly what I'm doing. So really, he's just a little mini me that helps me with what he can. So we wrapped up with the laundry, and then it was time to head into Clay's room, put some of his clothes away, and then put him down for his midday nap. And let me tell you, he was worn out. That was our Monday morning routine.
Like father, like son, huh? Just think of the type of example he's showing to his son and daughter. What a mess, huh? A spiritual battle, a warfare between good and evil. He's creating a beta son. And then the beta son going to have a beta son. And it goes on and on. Wherever happened to that order of God and Christ, Christ and man, man over woman, we're supposed to, and woman over children. You're supposed to overcome, folks. Work on you. This is not good. It's never going to work. One other quick example of a so-called stay-at-home father. Here's another example from TikTok.
My husband is a stay-at-home daddy, and I'm the sole income provider to my family, but our roles are equally as demanding. Our kids only go to school for 3.5 hours a day, so this is what he gets done during that time frame. We have 6 beautiful kiddos, 6 and under, along with 8 pets, so there is a lot of laundry to be done, but unfortunately our dryer broke and we've been waiting on a part from insurance for a month. So he hit up the laundromat before grabbing me a few things I had asked for at Publix. He came home and tried to record the haul, but it didn't stick, and that's okay, we'll give him some grace because he doesn't record often. It was also trash and recycling day, so he brought in all of those bins before walking the dogs in sub-freezing temperatures. Senior girlies go first. They are 14, 10, and 10, and then the puppies go. Once he's back inside, it's straight to baby girl's nursery to lower her crib mattress because she can kind of peer over the edge and she likes to wave at you, and I want no accidents. And then it was time to break out our dreamy H12 Pro, and my floors are nice and shiny. And then he was like, there's no way this can work on the Cheerios and milk the baby girl had dumped over, and I said, yes, I can, and look at this in real time. He's mailing off a package to my best friend and their 2 kiddos. My son Rowan thinks he is dating the daughter, so he wanted to sign his name special. And then he's showing us the things that he has collected for baby girl for Valentine's Day and her Valentines. He said she not only needed 1, but 2 bows. Okay, can you tell she's wrapped around his finger?
That's amazing. Amazing. It's sad, folks. This is hell on earth. This is what it looks like. You're afraid of going to hell, you're already in hell. This is not good. Really. And this woman that narrated, she's so happy, and yes, she's so unhappy. She cried at night because her man is weak. What has happened? And here's how the rest of his day went.
Now you're going to see my husband get upset at me, which he rarely does. He saw the cat litter and the things that I got the kitties to integrate them inside, and he knows it's going to be quite an undertaking with our 5 dogs. So, you know, I understand. I left this picture out for him to look at that one of our twins had made at the gym childcare, and it literally has every member of our family. I could not. He hung it up so our child would know just how proud we are of them, and then he is opening up our monthly 1UP Nutrition order of supplements before filling up the kiddos' probiotic waters. He's prepping their lunches. It never hurts to have a good peanut butter and jelly on hand. We turn them into Uncrustables, and then we save the crust to make as croutons in the air fryer. So easy, so simple. And for snack later, he is prepping cookies. He sat down to do his devotional, and hopefully he said an extra prayer for me because, as you can see, he's over it, okay? All right, Daddy, you did a wonderful job. He's off to run carpool. Bye.
Amazing. How did you allow women to make such a mockery of you? Think about that. And men don't even feel like doing that kind of work. It's not natural. It's unnatural. It's natural for women to do that kind of work because it's been given to them by God to do that. It's unnatural. Men don't feel like doing all that. It's not. He's out working and doing rough work, hard work. That's what he's naturally built for. Why did you allow women to make such a mockery of you? This woman narrating that thing, talking about her husband, I guess her husband, she's making a mockery of him. She's making a mockery of him. Really. And that's what women do to men, weak men. They make a mockery of you. They're laughing at you when they're with their little girlfriends. They are not liking you at all. It's bad for her ego, and she loves it. This is evil. This is not good. It's not good for the wife, and it's not good for the children, especially for the children. If the father is the light of the family, and he's in the house being of darkness, how is that going to help the children? What will the children think as they're growing up? And they see the father being the mother and not the father being the father, and the mother pretending to be the father. This woman that's narrating this, she's all getting you about it, but she hates the weakness of the man. She's telling you what he's doing for her. How did this happen? Well, I understand human hearts are evil. That's how it happened. And I understand it started at home with his mother. The woman is truly his God. And you seem like excited to be feminine. It's sad. It's not even funny. Really. You're looking at evil. Pure evil on earth. You think about going to hell, you're already in hell.